Hello, colleagues. Scott Cohen here. I needed to send you something regarding beta gamma sigma. I had spoke to Dean Mensa, and he wanted me to get the input from the chairs, and for the chairs, perhaps to get some input from the people in your department. Anyway, so it's about selecting beta gamma sigma, and I thought it'd be easier to explain it to you in a video. So generally speaking, we're not married to this, but it's normally you're looking at people in their senior year, fall and spring, top 10% of the graduating class. Okay. That's typically what's used as criteria for undergraduates. For graduate students, similar fall, spring, but top 20% of the graduating class. Again, I did some a little bit of research, and this is in general the criteria. Now, while academic is the first layer of the decision making process, after that, many, not all, but then to each chapter can decide on other criteria. And so some of these criteria here happen to be leadership potential, ethical standards, commitment to excellence, community involvement, collaborative mindset. So, and again, these were the ones that were generally seen at other schools. Now, I know this may be pretty tough, okay, to figure out, especially with online students. But what I'm looking for here is, do we want to have these other five criteria? Are we simply going to go by GPA? We don't have a committee for this, so I wanted the Dean Mensa wanted me to get some input from y'all. Okay. Now, what I have done on this Google sheet right here, you click on this. Hopefully, it'll open. Okay. All right, so you can see here, by the way, this is, there's not a lot of students involved here. So these are undergraduate students, okay? And if you go, tells you, I don't know, they're different, what have you here. But what I like, this is, so we only have one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine graduate students. And we have a bit more. These are, excuse me, undergraduate, and these are the number of graduate students. And if you take a look over here, to the right, what I've done is I put no and then the reason. So what I was thinking would be basically sending this out to you and hopefully to the faculty and say, okay, here's the criteria, like I just showed you. And then we're gonna assume everybody qualifies unless somebody comes over here and let's say they mark, and I'm just making a mark no, and the reason this student uh, has multiple academic fraud issues. This student did not in the class, different behavioral issues, whatever it is. And if we get a couple people that say that, that would be a disqualifying factor. So, for example, if this particular person here, let's say we went and put a couple people, I guess I should add another column, but if two people said no, two different professors, I think that might be a pretty good indicator that they probably shouldn't be put in. Okay. So anyway, that's the gist of it. And like I said, Dean Mensa wanted me to send it to you all. Want to get a little input. According to the dean, we would like to do this at the same time as the award ceremony. I think it's toward the latter part of April. Anyway, I thought it was easier to make this little video than to type it all out and whether or not you'd understand it. But basically, that's the process so that we can go ahead and get things on the move when it comes to beta gamma sigma. All right, folks. Thank you very much. By the way, please feel free to get back in touch with me because I need to eventually do this sooner rather than later. Okay, so if you feel like you need to send it out to uh, your faculty, please do so right away. And so that any kind of input they could send directly to me. Matter of fact, I'm going to add a Google Sheet so that there could be recommendations. Okay, thanks. Have a good day.